is Shane Stanford. I'm pastor of Gulf Breeze United Methodist Church outside of Pensacola, Florida. I wanted to share with you my journey in the issue of HIV and AIDS. It's a personal journey. When I was 16 years old, I went to bed one night as captain of the golf team and president of my class, and dating who I thought was the prettiest girl in school. Woke up the next day to be told by a doctor that I had in fact tested positive for HIV through medicines used to treat my hemophilia. It was a time when people didn't talk a lot about HIV, and if they did, they knew that they ran the risk of losing family members and friends because it was greatly misunderstood. The person who told me ended up being a really good friend, but he told me, he said, you're going to have a difficult road because people are not going to completely understand, and they didn't. And the road has at times been difficult. My grandfather was probably my biggest advocate, my biggest fan, and he knew that I was struggling over those weeks after I heard the diagnosis, because at the time there were no medicines, and it really was a death sentence. But he gave to me some advice that has kept me strong both physically and emotionally and spiritually. He said, if you decide that you want to get in the corner and have a pity party, and have, just a time where you give up, he says, I can understand. He said, it's a tough disease and it's a tough diagnosis. He said, but I think you're going to do something else. He said, I think you're going to try to live each day to the fullest and make every day matter. And that's what I've tried to do with my life, and I know how important it is for all of us in this particular issue to make every day matter, regardless of whether or not our physical bodies are infected. We are all infected in one way or another with this disease. It has taught us so much about life and about the world and about how we are responsible and accountable for one another, and that we can't get over in the corner and feel sorry for ourselves, but we have to make this day and each day matter as much as we can for each person. And so as much as I've learned about HIV has taught me a whole lot about life and taught me about how the church is supposed to be and how it's supposed to love one another.